Don't fuck up. Don't fuck yourself. Ah! Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Rude Cooking School podcast. I'm your host, John Hauser III. And with me, who was, I guess, like...
I was conducting me?
Yeah, as I sang.
We have to, you gotta spice it up here and there. It's Saucy Soren Marquardt.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Oh, can't complain. Doesn't do any good anyway, so...
Well, you know. How is your culinary adventure for the week been? Is there anything you cooked that you were like, yeah?
It's nothing super spectacular. I did deploy my deep fryer the other day and made some hand cut fries from scratch.
Oh, right, your brand new deep fryer.
Yes, and the fries were they were delicious. They could use some edits, but I think.
All right, well, run us through. How'd you do it, and what's the deep fryer?
It's just it's kind of, an Amazon unit, but it does the job, and it has a good temperature control on it. So I can do I can do a double fry and set it to one temp and then rest and raise it up and hit it with another temp. Just bought some, plain old russet potatoes and, skin on and washed them down, cut them into fry shapes and soaked them in cold water for a while to get the extra starch off. And per someone's suggestion, I threw a little bit of white vinegar in the soak.
Oh, okay.
And
yes, people, because you were asking on the Rude page.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was some magic trick that I just, because I've seen lots and lots of techniques for doing like hand cut fries like that and stuff. And
right.
And so the first time that was the first time I'd seen somebody suggested vinegar, and I've had tons of that because I make all kinds of barbecue sauce and pickles and stuff. So
sure. So
I chucked some of that in there. It's tedious because the basket's not very big on the fryer, and I cut way too many potatoes, honestly. But I did like a 325 like par fry just till they got tender, and took them out and drained them and let them rest, and then I hit them again at about 365 to finish the cook. The inside was super pillowy and nice, and the outside was crunchy, but I could have used a little more texture on the outside. They were very almost like glossy. And I think I saw somewhere.
And what kind of, you said russets?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I saw somewhere with I don't know what or when, but somebody said after you do your par cook, you want to kind of rough them up just a little bit to get a little bit of that.
How'd you cut them?
Just in like probably quarter inch by quarter inch.
You cut them by hand? You didn't have like a...
No. I used a knife and just cut them in kind of like quarter inch by quarter inch batons.
Mm-hmm.
And
whatever the length of the potato was.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
did you peel them?
No.
Okay, good.
No, I prefer hand cut with skin on. So
yeah,
I like the extra texture.
Yeah. If you're going to rough them up, I mean, you got to cook them to almost falling apart at that point. Like, that's the problem is, if you want texture, you can add texture by adding like potato starch to the outside of them before you go in for your last fry.
I do have potato starch, so I'm going to have to keep that in my back pocket.
A lot of places do that. So when you get like a lot of the real textural fries, that's what they're doing. They're adding salt and potato starch after their first fry.
Oh, so it's almost like a light breading.
Mm-hmm. But it's made out of potatoes, so it just kind of adheres.
Yeah, I've got a big old bag of potato starch. So
yeah, it's a good way to get rid of potato starch.
Yeah,
and it fries so crispy, it adds an extra layer.
Exactly.
To it.
Yeah, because that's what I do when I do I try to do like riffs on like Chinese food when I do like a velvet chicken or something for something like when I make like an orange chicken or something like that. I use the potato starch as the breading. Okay.
That's what you're using.
Yeah, potato starch or rice flour, depending on what I have on hand.
Okay. So you're happy with your first try though?
Yeah, the fries came out good. The fish came out good. It was just a super basic. Like a coworker gave me a big bag of fillets, crappie fillets, and I just used some like Zatarain's dry fish fry mix, and I got a really good deal on some 21.25 shrimp at HEB the last time we went shopping there.
Dang, you had a feast.
Yeah, it wasn't a huge amount because the
No, I'm kidding with you.
Yeah, but
I was also feeding 3 people.
Did you fry all
that stuff?
Yep.
All the fish and the shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. But I also made coleslaw, so we had some vegetables, you know, because that's a lot of fried stuff.
Yeah.
But
Well,
overall, it came out pretty good. I would probably, like I said, I'd make some edits, but I'd definitely do it again. So
yeah, cool. Well, tell us how it's going with it. Because the more you do it, the better you get at it, and then you start fucking around with other stuff.
I think the next thing I want to dive into is lumpia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a cookbook that we bought for a white elephant gift for our Friendsmas thing that we did. It's Snoop Dogg. It's called Goon with a Spoon.
Okay.
And there's a recipe in there for cheeseburger lumpia, and I definitely copied that recipe because it just sounded
Oh,
interesting to me. But there's definitely a
that's just a damn cheeseburger egg roll
yeah, well, but
or
still.
cheeseburger spring roll.
But I've made egg rolls before, but I made them using my Dutch oven as a fryer,
Hmm.
because I have a cast ceramic coated cast iron Dutch oven,
Sure.
which is cool. But the temperature control on an electric stove is a little
Yeah.
wonky.
Yeah.
But now that I have something that actually has a thermostat, it might be a
Yeah.
little easier to pull off.
Yeah. I love lumpia. Like I grew up with it because I have a bunch of friends who's like they're Filipino, so their pet family just fucking made that shit all the time.
Oh
It's
yeah,
so
yeah,
good. Uh, I don't think I've ever made it at home. I love it. I eat like 1,000 of those things. They're so good.
yeah. And I've made rangoons before quite successfully.
Oh, okay.
Those aren't terribly hard to make, but I use crab with a K, but
Yeah, of course. Nobody uses real crab with those things most of the time. I'm a big non-fan of those things.
Really,
I don't. Yeah, I don't know what it is about it. I don't like them.
huh?
I guess because some of them, some like they put like sugar or something in the fucking cheese, and I don't know. A lot of times it just feels like it's just kind of gross.
I know a lot of the time if we order like takeout or something, you get the quote unquote rangoons and
Mhm.
crab rangoon. There's no crab. It's just cream cheese and like
It's just cream
green
cheese. Yeah.
onions and a bunch of sugar. But like
Yeah.
I've found a couple of recipes that lean more into the like the fake crab
The crab part of it.
as
Yeah.
the heavier load there.
And I love crab with a K. Like,
Oh yeah,
connie salad is fucking
you can
awesome.
do a whole bunch of shit with it.
Yeah. There's all kind of, I mean, I do crab cakes with it. It's fucking
Yeah,
delicious.
I do those from time to time too.
Yeah. It's a good, just like, hey, we don't have money for crab, but we have money for crab.
Yeah,
And
I've tried to
like, why
riff.
not?
I tried to riff your recipe on with that, but I think the particular crab meat whatever sub that I got had too much moisture in it, so they just
You
didn't.
got to add a lot more filler.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't bind well, and
Yeah. You gotta squeeze them,
but
which was my problem when I did them the first time with crab with a K. Uh, you gotta put it in a towel and squeeze out the water, or add in a ton of extra Ritz crackers on top of it to
yeah, way more
soak it up.
binder. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Which for crab with a K, having a bunch of binders not terrible, just because it adds a bit more of a buttery flavor. And the whole reason with real crab, you don't want a lot of binders, so you taste the crab.
Right.
And crab with a K has got such a more powerful flavor almost
Hmm.
at
Hmm.
points, because it's surimi,
It's
it's
fish.
fish.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hurt to add more binder for that stuff.
Yeah, just tighten it up a little more.
Yeah. It's funny that you were talking about velveting meat earlier, because that's what I did this weekend. I broke out my gigantor wok and made lo mein.
Oh, you're
Like
super
I just
wok.
yeah, it was one of those things where I was like, I got all the like it was just basically a like a fridge clean out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't think I think the only thing I might have bought was chicken chicken thighs. Uh boneless, skinless chicken thighs.
Right. Which is cheap.
And yeah. And then velveted them. And if you don't know, people at home, what velveting is, it's like when you order Chinese food, and you get that one person in your family or at your work that's like, I don't think this is chicken. I've never had chicken that feels like this in the mouth, where, and then they start saying racist shit.
Oh yeah,
It's because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
because Chinese cuisine, they do a thing called velveting.
You sure you don't live in Texas?
Oh, Baltimore's got its issues. And what they do is when they take the meat, there's a couple ways you could do it. You can do an oil velveting, which is really kind of or there's like I velveted my chicken, chopped up into relatively bite-sized pieces, and then put in a little hoisin, a little soy sauce, a little bit of Chinese like rice wine, and then um, cornstarch. And the cornstarch is really what does it, and it changes
It's
it
chemical
sort of
reaction
coats.
kind of thing.
Yeah, it sort of coats the muscle fibers and makes them a little bit more slippery. And then you're also brining it with the soy and the hoisin.
I have to steal that
Um,
guy because I've never done the actual like I've done like soy, but I've never like actually like done like ingredients along with it. As far
mhm.
as it's always been like the starch and like an egg white or something.
Yeah. I've found that like I was doing just a bunch of YouTube research. I found a website or a YouTube site that I really liked, and they have a website. They have a zillion recipes. It's called Walks of Life,
Okay.
and it's like a guy who's the dad, and he growing up, I guess his parents had a restaurant, and he grew up in Chinese restaurants, so he's done this his whole life. And I think he's probably like a fucking doctor or something now because they got a huge fucking nice house. But he does this with his two daughters who like are the videographers and his wife, and they all pitch in for like the recipes and things like that. But he did a really good um episode on velveting. And if you go to their website, if you just look up like lo mein, one of the first things that pops up is how to velvet chicken. And actually, if you go to their regular lo mein recipe, the first thing it says is, "Are you gonna velvet?" You click on this, and then it takes you on how to do it.
Yeah, I've done
And
it.
it,
I've
it
done it
works
with
really
like
well.
thin sliced beef before too. Like trying
Mhm.
to riff on like a panda
It makes
recipe.
a huge difference in the beef.
Yeah, because
I mean, chicken too. It doesn't. Chicken breast. It doesn't have that like chalky, dried out. Like because you can velvet chicken breast and overcook the fuck out of it, and
yeah,
it's not dry.
right.
you know it's pretty miraculous. And then same thing with shrimp. It's basically brining it and marinating it. And I don't know if it changes the pH, because I don't think it does that, but
It's
there's something
something with
about
the
the
protein
cornstarch.
structure or something.
Yeah. I gotta look more into like the sciencey part of it, but I was just following his directions. And by the time I got all my ingredients together, I was like, oh, that's not going to fit in my regular wok. So, yeah, I did onions, carrots, thinly sliced celery. I marinated some bamboo shoots and watercress in like uh, soy sauce, salt, um, sherry vinegar, and a little bit of ginger. Garlic, garlic, red pepper paste. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So, just a little bit of that, and then marinated those two guys. Threw those in scallions, and then of course the lo mein, which was uh, a pain in the ass because I had to buy it frozen, so I had to like thaw it out quickly.
Wow.
So I had to put it in water, so it was like real weird and waterlogged and shit. And then
Oh.
once I cooked it, it was perfectly fine. But I was really worried. I was like, oh, did I fuck this up by trying to like get this to go too fast? Because I took it out of the package
Oh,
and put it in the water.
I'd have put the whole package in there.
What I needed it to go quick, so I needed the
Gotcha.
water to be around it.
Gotcha.
But I was like, it's not gonna ruin it. And then at one point, I tried to like, break it apart, and I was like, oh, this is just mushy on the outside. I'm just gonna let it sit for a little bit longer. But as soon as I cooked it, it was perfectly fine. Just had to handle it
Gingerly.
gently. Yeah. Um, but then, that worked out really well. And I was using fresh noodles. So that's why everything was frozen.
Oh.
And I've learned, because back in the day when I first started doing this, started doing like lo mein and shit, I would just throw in the noodles from the package in there.
Uh,
That doesn't work. You got to cook them first.
yeah. It's not it's not a rice noodle. You can't you can just cook them in whatever you're doing and
Yeah.
have it break
Yeah.
down.
So if you boil them first, then they firm up, and then you cool them down, add a little bit of sesame oil to them to keep them from sticking, and then pop them in. You're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really good.
Nice.
And then I threw shrimp in there too. So it was shrimp and chicken, and then the veggies and the noodles, and it was really good. And we still have a ton of it because, of course, I made a ton of it in the fucking gigantic wok that I could fit myself in and sled down a hill.
It's multi-purpose.
Yeah.
Nobody likes a unitasker,
No. I mean, when Crosby was a baby, I would put him in it, basically. Time to cook the baby. My favorite joke when he was a baby.
Well,
All right. Let's get into some food news.
All right.
First, this is I'm only putting this in. It's a really short story, but I put it in because there was a stat in the middle of this story that I was like, what the fuck is happening? So Lay's is drastically rebranding its potato chips.
Oh, I've noticed that in the store, like their packaging is all different now.
Yeah. So Lay's wants you to remember that it came from humble homegrown beginnings. PepsiCo, which owns the chip giant, is giving the brand a makeover. So they're stripping back the artificial dyes, updating the logo, putting a potato right on the packaging. You'll find out why. Also, what artificial dyes is probably pretty wild. So they're getting new bags that are, designed. There's like matte and gloss parts on it to make it look like wood planks, like a potato crate. So Lay's promises that the baked, kettle cooked, and original chips won't taste different. They just won't have any synthetic colors or flavors. Like, why were you putting that in there? Fucking in the whatever.
I wonder if that was a fact for the salted caramel Lays I tried the other day.
Oh, how were those?
It was a journey.
Okay.
So it was sort of like if you ate a bite of mashed potatoes with a Werther's in your mouth.
Oh, weird.
But less sweet.
How gross.
Yeah.
That's weird. All right. So the redesign will also incorporate a new logo that looks like the sun, photos of the potatoes on the bag, and the phrase, quote unquote, made with real potatoes. Because a 2021 survey found that 42% of consumers didn't know that Lay's were made out of potatoes.
Oh my God. We're fucking doomed.
I'm going to read that again. A 2021 study found that 42% of consumers who ate Lay's potato chips didn't know they were made out of potatoes.
What the fuck did they think they were made of?
So the changes also come as noted worm brain health secretary Robert F. Kennedy pushes companies to ditch artificial ingredients. And I'm all for that. That's fine. I don't think a lot of places need a lot of that stuff, but I wouldn't. I don't trust that dude as far as I could fucking throw him into a bear carcass. But 42% of consumers didn't know that potato chips were made out of potatoes.
That says a lot about a lot of things.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And here's another crazy thing. Lay's generates about 60% of PepsiCo's annual sales. That's fucking crazy. You would think Pepsi would be 60% of the sales.
Well, that's not surprising because Pepsi sucks, but
damn.
Least favorite soft drink.
Really? I
hands
don't
down.
mind Pepsi. It's really sweet, but you know.
It tastes like the way a sink full of hot Dawn dishwater smells.
Oh God. Really?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
I'm a Dr. Pepper guy, but
Oh, is that your joint?
it's a Texas thing. But I
Mm,
grew up. Honestly, I
not a
grew.
Mr. Pibb guy.
No, Mr. Pibb is awful. No, I grew up actually, believe it or not, as big as I am, I grew up drinking like diet sodas.
Mm.
Because back then, that's like when I was a kid, that's when all that shit started coming out. Like my parents like lived and died by Tab,
Oh yeah. Tab was great.
and then they moved into like the diet Dr. Pepper and Diet Coke, and I didn't discover regular Dr. Pepper until I was probably 13 or 14 years old.
And then you were like, it's so good once it touches your lips.
Yeah, I was like, this is the nectar of the gods. Like this is my forever soda.
I was a big Dr. Pepper fan when I was a kid too. I mean, still am. Like, if you gave me a choice of like a Dr. Pepper or like a root beer over a Coke, I'm probably picking one of the other two.
Yeah, it was like that's it kind of reminds me of an old memory from my misspent late years, teenage years. When I graduated high school, moved to Indiana, I worked at a McDonald's, and up in Indiana, Pepsi is like king.
Really?
And they would come through the drive-through, and they'd ask if they had Dr. Pepper, and at that point they didn't, because that Dr. Pepper was
Because Indiana's fucking 20 years behind on everything.
yeah, and it was like the minority share of the soft drink market there.
Yeah.
And if I said no, they'd say, "Do you have root beer?" Like it was interchangeable somehow, and that
I mean, it's
baffled
kinda
me.
interchangeable. It's not cola. It's still dark, but it's not cola. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, because root beer is so damn distinctive as far as like the almost like the anisey sort of quality to it, or
Mhm.
the astringent sort of like the I guess the root flavor. And Dr. Pepper
Yeah,
is more
yeah.
like fruit juicy.
Yeah. I watched a fucking 30 to 45-minute video last night on a guy who back engineered Coke because they don't have a patent on it.
Ah,
Because if they were to patent it, they would have to tell everybody what was in it.
yeah.
And, it's so super guarded. So this guy back engineered it. It took him a year, and there's some fucking wild shit in there.
I'm not surprised.
There's like a little bit of alcohol, like super, super like
Right.
low levels to where it doesn't even really show up, but there's alcohol in it for like alcohol soluble flavors. There was a bunch of fucking wild, like there's lime essential oils, lemon essential oils. There's like clove, I think was one of them. Cinnamon. There was cilantro, I think was one of them.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, there was like a whole bunch of really weird.
To be fair, all the
flavoring
stuff you
agents.
mentioned before the cilantro kind of makes sense if I think about
Yeah.
it as far as the flavor profile goes.
It's really weird and complicated. The only thing that he couldn't add to it was real cola, like coca leaf extract.
Yeah.
Because you can't. There's only one place in America that actually makes it, I think, and that's in Delaware, where they de-cocaine the coca leaf and then sell the extract basically only to Coke.
Oh, okay.
And you can buy this stuff that is de-cocainized online, but it got pulled for like they pulled it when it was on its way to him.
I would like
a
one cocaine zero.
It's illegal
please.
apparently. But he was like, I know what that stuff is made up of, so let's just add that in there. And basically he was done, and it was fucking crazy. It's wild as shit. Like,
yeah,
he was making people do the taste test, and they're like, I can't tell.
Wow.
Like, because even there's like the real original Coke flavor, that, you know, you can get the recipe for that, the
Yeah,
original.
yeah.
And that tastes nothing like modern Coke, obviously, because they've added so much horse shit to it.
Right.
Um, so he had him taste that, and he had him taste Pepsi, and had him taste a couple different colas, and nothing tastes like Coke, right? Because it's so weird.
Mm.
But after seeing everything he put on it, I was like, yeah, I'm never fucking drinking Coke. I mean, I don't drink sodas anyway.
You remember?
I'll drink a.
You remember New Coke?
Yeah, that tastes like ass.
Yeah, they even up
I
to
remember
like
being so bummed out and so excited because I was like, yeah, new Coke, new generation. You know, because all the fucking commercials and shit.
oh
I was
yeah, they
probably like
marketed the fuck
10
out
or
of that
11
shit.
when it came out.
But
Yeah.
yeah, when I was again when I was in Indiana, uh, I don't know if they just made a fuck ton of this shit. They changed the labeling to Coke 2,
Oh, I don't remember that.
Roman numeral 2. And back when I was up there, there was a place right down the road from where I lived that was basically it was a store that sold like bulk. It was almost like a tiny little warehouse store that sold like bulk candies and sodas and shit. You could buy like
Mm-hmm.
cases of soda and stuff. And they had Coke 2. And that was the new Coke recipe that they just rebranded until I guess they ran out or something. And it was weird.
Yeah. I mean, I remember like Coke Classic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because when fucking
When the new Coke flopped.
when New Coke failed like a motherfucker, they were like, maybe we should
We're gonna walk this back.
yeah. If you want to hear like the history of Coke, look back into our archives. Me and Rebecca did an episode about Coke, Coca-Cola Cabana. So yeah, check that out.
I'll have to
It was fun to research that, and I mean, the
dig back
story
into
of
the
fucking Coke is weird.
the OG episodes. Yeah, so down the Dr. Pepper is a Texas thing. It was invented here, and there's this little tiny town called Dublin, about 45 minutes from where I live. And for the longest time, they had the rights to make Dr. Pepper with imperial sugar.
Oh,
instead of corn syrup, and they would bottle it as Dublin Dr. Pepper, and it's so much better than the shit with corn syrup.
Yeah.
And then about 10, 12 years ago, Dr. Pepper said, nah, y'all are done.
I mean, it's like when you have, you know, Mexican Coke for the first time.
Yeah,
and you're like,
night and day.
Oh, I get why people like Coca-Cola, because it tastes fucking great. Like
with actual sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fake sugar shit, like it has like a weird, almost like a fishy taste to me sometimes. Like I don't like it.
Yeah, people around here were pissed when they did that because they've been doing it for like 100 years.
What?
The Dublin Dr. Pepper. There's literally an apothecary in Dublin where you could go and they would make it.
I wonder why they stopped doing that. Maybe just to have more control over
Yeah,
the product.
it was all contract shit. It was, you know, and then they started selling it themselves as Dr. Pepper with imperial sugar, and then they quit selling it.
Okay. Well, here's a curious case of a sandwich you've never heard of. So there's a dude named Barry Enderwick. He does a series of videos across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
Sandwiches of history.
Yes. Do you know this guy?
Yes. He's fantastic.
I'm very excited. I've never heard of him until yesterday.
Love that guy.
I'm gonna watch them tonight. So have you watched a bunch of his episodes?
It's on my algorithm real heavy.
Oh, okay. So have you heard of a popcorn sandwich?
I don't know if I saw that one.
Okay. So he's done recipes for like cannibal sandwiches, which are like
raw meat and onions.
What's that?
Raw meat and onions.
Yeah, raw meat and onions. And then also onion sandwiches, which I'm like, that sounds fucking delicious. Raw onion sandwiches. I'm a big onion and cheese sandwich person. I used to do that when I was a kid. I haven't done it in a while.
Not sure I've ever just gone straight onion and cheese, but
do get like a really good like British cheddar.
Okay.
Like an older one.
Yeah, I'm down with the real dank, like crystally cheddar.
Yeah, and then get like some. I always use white onions because the yellow onions are too hot and the sweet onions are too sweet. White onions pretty good down the middle of the road.
It's a little
Uh,
mellower.
and then I'd cut them relatively thick. You can go thin. I probably go about a quarter inch. And then yeah, just on bread, mustard if you want,
Huh.
mayonnaise, whatever you want on it. Most of the time, I just do the bread and the sandwich and the onion and the cheese, and the mix of the cheese and the onion's really really good.
No, it sounds good. I'm just like
I mean,
my wife's
sour
not
cream
going
and
to want to get
onion,
within 4 feet of
cheddar
me
and
after
onion,
that, but
potato chips. Yeah.
but yeah, it's like because my the super dank like crystally like cheddar was I did that with Branston pickle and like
Mm.
a buttered bread, and it was
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah. Branson pickles a fucking. You got to get used to that shit, but it's good.
Yeah, after the first couple of bites, I was like, okay, all right, I
Yeah,
can
you
get with
get it.
that.
You're like, oh no, yeah. So he's got one viral sandwich that he doesn't actually like because a lot of them he actually tries and likes. So he like goes through history and finds sandwiches of yore and then recreates them and talks about them. He didn't really like this one from what it didn't have a very strong recommendation. But the more I read it, I was like, oh my God, this is the perfect fucking sandwich for my son. So uh Enderwick is the first to declare that the popcorn sandwich recipe that he tested technically isn't a sandwich. It doesn't have a second piece of bread on top, but it does qualify as an open face sandwich and comes from the up-to-date sandwich book, a 1909 cookbook by Eva Green Fuller that includes 400 different sandwiches. The sandwich isn't for everyone, and Enderwick wasn't a big fan either, but some tinned fish lovers might end up liking it. To make the sandwich, you'll need fresh popcorn, sardines, salt, a pinch of cayenne pepper, ketchup, and a dash of Worcestershire sauce, hot buttered toast, and Parmesan cheese.
Wow,
um, yeah,
that's something.
if you want to try this delicacy, start by chopping up the popcorn and sardines. Toss them in a bowl with salt, cayenne, Worcestershire, and enough ketchup to bind it lightly. Mix the ingredients till combined, then spread the mixture on the buttered toast and grate some Parmesan on top. Pop both pieces of bread into a toaster until the cheese is bubbly, and then you're good to go. Um, so that sounds super weird, but I would love to try it because I love sardines too. We got
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
8 million cans of sardines down in our pantry right
I have
now.
a bunch of
Because
herring.
oh, okay. We always get uh canned tinned seafood for Christmas.
Yeah.
So like Leanna goes and finds some like weird shit and gets it for Crosby and me. She got me something that she didn't read the fucking box right. She was like, "Oh, I got you this smoked whitefish," and I was like, "No, you didn't." She's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "No, you got me smoked celeriac." She was like, "Huh?" And I was like, "Yeah, you got me vegan seafood." She was like, "What?" So I actually opened it up last week. It wasn't bad. They're like, "This is you know, gonna replace fit." Go fuck yourself. It tasted like brined or marinated cooked celeriac in chunks, and then it was smoked. It tasted delicious, but make no mistake, friend,
Was
it
not
doesn't taste like
fish.
fish. No,
Yeah.
the texture was completely off. Like it wasn't even close, but it was good. But like
It definitely not
let's just say we didn't eat the whole can.
definitely not fish. Yeah.
No. She got Crosby like some stuff in tomato sauce, like sardines and shit, and uh, yeah. But yeah, the fucking popcorn and sardines is a really weird. I got
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah, I've
to
watched a lot
make.
of his stuff and he's real weird about like sardines and like anchovy paste and shit.
Huh.
He's like he's like because I've watched like I said, I've watched several of his videos and like if he gets one, he'll take that really sucks. He'll take a because he does this thing where he's like he'll try the original version and he'll be like I do want to plus it up a little And so he'll find a couple things to add to it just to kind of round it out. But if he finds one that really fucking sucks, he just says, I want to plus this up a little. And you see the trash can lid fly open and he just hucks it in the fucking trash can. He's like, I won't be drinking that again.
So he was saying beyond this sandwich book, there's not like a lot written about the popcorn sandwich. But when you consider the prominence of popcorn and ketchup at the time of publishing, it becomes a little easier to understand why popcorn sandwich might have been included among the 400 recipes in this book. Not only were tastes different in 1909, but they were also shorter. There was also a shorter, newer history of sandwiches in the U.S. in the early 20th century with fewer, rules about what a sandwich
Right, yeah.
is, because at that point, sandwiches were just a little over 125 years old.
Yeah, and a lot of them were just tea snacks and shit.
Right. And they were putting all kind of crazy shit in them. So so yeah, I want to try it. It's really weird.
Yeah, I recommend I don't know if you mess with TikTok.
I'll watch the video
but
tonight.
I recommend getting into his content because I think he does YouTube shorts and stuff too.
Yeah.
And but he's actually really, really entertaining. And he does put in a lot of work with these recipes. Like he does a thing called International Sandwich Sunday.
Okay.
Where he finds an international sandwich and he makes his own bread sometimes.
Oh,
and
wow.
Cool. He gets stuck into it.
Nice.
And so he's actually doing the thing, Yeah,
I love crazy shit like that. It's awesome. Speaking of weird combinations, at least for us, Lionel Messi confesses the surprisingly simple trick he uses on wine to quote unquote get drunk faster. Do you know who Lionel Messi is?
Yes, yeah. He's a football player.
I'm sorry, the football player.
Lionel.
Yeah. So he was on TV recently in Argentina.
Does the word boof come into play?
No, he shared quite a bit about himself, including the fact that he likes his wine mixed with Sprite. While many found this odd, Tinto de Verano, Spanish for red wine of the summer, is a common drink in Spain. It's also more generally referred to as a wine spritzer.
Okay. Okay.
When we were in Spain, there were a lot of people drinking red wine and Coke. And we were like, what the fuck? And it's called a calimocho, but the cho is a X. So it's with a K, calimocho. And it's fucking really good. Like you got to have a Spanish wine, like a light Spanish wine. And just some good Coke, and there you go.
Huh.
And the same thing apparently for we never had it with Sprite. And I'm like, oh well, that sounds good too. I don't know how he thinks that gets him drunker quicker. He's like, I mix it with Sprite if I want to get drunk faster. Maybe he means he doesn't like the taste of wine,
so he likes
the taste of Sprite. He drinks more.
Maybe.
Yeah, so
sorry, I had to open a jar of pasta sauce there. I don't know if you saw my wife sneak in behind
me. No, I
didn't. she quietly crept in behind me and just handed me a jar of sauce, and I had to crack the lid. So we're just doing spaghetti tonight. Just bullshit, easy weeknight dinner spaghetti and
buddy,
meat sauce.
Tonight is fucking leftovers night. We got so much leftovers. That lo main's going to fucking town tonight.
That was
I made Crosby wasn't feeling good the other night. What's that?
That was Tuesday into yesterday. I grilled up a bunch of chicken, and we had grilled chicken on Tuesday, and then we used the leftovers for chef salads last night. So
nice. Crosby wasn't feeling good the other night. I made him congee. So I had a bunch of chicken in the freezer and just made him some chicken congee, and that's so good and easy and just
never had congee.
It's really easy. Take 1 cup of rice, 7 cups of water, cook the fuck out of it with chicken in it, and ginger, garlic, scallions. It's really simple, and that's it. And
it sounds good. It's just a nice hearty porridge,
It's what it is. And then I do it in the Instant Pot, so it only takes 30 minutes. And then I always put a soft boiled egg in it. It's fucking amazing.
That sounds delicious.
It's really good. And then you can put if you want more soy sauce in it, a little bit of, if you want it saltier, I also put salt in it. But if you want like soy sauce, you can put soy sauce, and Leanna likes to put chili crisp in it. You know,
I
you
was gonna
can,
say chili crisp, like
yeah,
because
you can
I
go
like
modular with it.
spicy everything. So
But it's like a thing you give people when they're not feeling well or they just need
yeah, yeah,
very simple, not spicy, not super salty food.
yeah. It's
And the
like
ginger's
the
really nice. And
equivalent to like a chicken noodle soup kind of situation. You
exactly.
know,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
really good.
remedy.
The chicken falls apart and just chop it up and throw it back in.
Nice.
It's really easy in the instant pot because 30 minutes you just put everything in. I just put in frozen chicken thighs or frozen chicken legs, uh, drumsticks, and 30 minutes in a fucking pressure cooker, even from frozen,
Mm,
it just falls off the
mm,
bone. It falls apart. It's really
yep.
good. All right. So this is going to be kind of like a rundown of like the food trends of 2026.
Oh, we're starting early, huh?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's good to get it out of the way. Just, I always say I'm going to look back at this kind of shit, but I never do because half of it doesn't really like it's just people being like, this is going to be the next big thing while the next big thing's like giving them money,
Yeah.
you know? Um, but let's start. So they're saying that like, there's a lot of probiotic sodas that are going to be really popular.
More?
Yeah. And it's funny because my boss and a bunch of people, he buys these things. He buys the poppies.
Yeah, yeah. I tried one of those and it's fucking terrible.
They're not good.
No.
I don't like them. You know, people are like, it's only 5% sugar. And I'm like, it tastes like it. It tastes gross. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
and I drink regular fucking like just seltzer water. So like a little bit of sweetness isn't bad, but like I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the kind of sweetener they're using. I don't know.
It's probably sucralose or fucking stevia or something.
Yeah, but something's off. It doesn't taste good. But people like it, so whatever. And if you want to get your gut health going, sure, go for it. But yeah, people are like, you know, prebiotic, probiotic foods are skyrocketing. Uh, but also I don't think it has the amount of pro or prebiotics in it to actually do much.
Probably
Because
not.
like if you take a probiotic like pill or you know like something like that, like it's so much milligrams compared to what is in one of these cans.
Yeah, it's
You know,
all marketing.
it's like when someone's like, I'm going to eat more kimchi because it's the probiotics are going to help. And it's like the probiotics are nothing in that kimchi comparatively to just taking one pill of probiotics. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
like I follow a Facebook page because I dabbled in fermentation because of you and
mhm,
Jenny talking about fermented peppers and stuff.
you're welcome.
And a lot of people in that group are like, oh, yeah, I don't like to pasteurize my ferments because it takes the probiotics out. And
And that's fine. Like I understand. And maybe over time that builds up. You're getting good, you know, you're getting good natural probiotics in your gut. And, you know, maybe that festers inside your stomach and that's probably a good thing. But for people to be like, you know, I only drink this soda for, you know, it just sounds fucking
no,
really fucking
that's just
weird.
clout, you know.
But anything you can do, I guess, to help stem the tide of colon cancer, you know, like sure. But, you know, uh, yeah, do you do you for your microbiome? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly. You know,
Um,
like I knew a
so
bunch of people that would eat like diatomaceous earth and stuff for that kind of shit back in the day.
what the
Yeah, it
fuck?
was basically like soil,
Oh God.
but it was full of like diatoms, which are like some sort of like like
Is this
basically like
something that Robert F. Kennedy probably eats?
no, this was years and years and years ago. It was a big thing, um, and it had like I guess like the remnants of like ancient crustaceans in it that were supposed to have a bunch
Oh
of
God.
benefits to
Okay.
it. I'm like, you
Gross.
people are just eating potting soil.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, I like one of my favorite probiotic drinks is just those little Korean drinks.
Oh, you cult?
Yeah, Yakult. Yeah, those are fucking awesome. I love the taste of those things, and Leon Crosby hate it.
Little yogurt
So when I
shots.
buy them, I'm like, oh mine. It's all mine, my
I just
precious.
buy Laughing Cow cheese and call it a day.
Are there probiotics in Laughing Cow?
I don't know, but they're delicious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll just say there
So
are. Yeah.
another thing that's going to be big this year
Hmm.
is nostalgia, which I mean that's every year.
Yeah.
So people are talking about like the SpongeBob thing at Burger King. Uh, you know, there's a lot of like with Stranger Things ending and
Oh, yep, yep.
Chips Ahoy's doing retro packaging and Taco Bell's doing like a thing. But then there's like Haribo is turning 100 this year. And then they're
Pretty sure some of their actual
re-releasing
gummy
Lord of the
bears are 100 years
Rings.
old.
What's that?
Pretty sure some of their gummy bears are actually 100 years old because
Yeah. But it's also the 25th anniversary of Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. And there's just like, they're like, the market's going to be flooded with, hey, remember this? Remember when you were a kid and felt special and ate this yummy? So get ready for that kind of thing
yeah, well,
happening.
we've had another generation move into the semi-adult market at this point, and so
Yeah.
you gotta tickle their memory banks.
And nothing to get people better than nostalgia, like hot, just pour it into your veins. So, another thing is cold foam.
Is
Uh,
that new?
I mean, apparently Starbucks introduced cold foam back in 2018. Like they're not the fucking first people to make that up, right?
No,
Like,
no. You can buy that shit in Ready Whip cans at the grocery store
yeah.
now.
So it's just fucking cold foam. Like, who gives a shit? Like, fine. One thing I was seeing, and I saw a lot of places talking about this is going to be like the new thing for Gen, whatever the fuck they are
Q.
called these days. Yeah, I think it's Gen Z. Like, okay, so there's X and millennials, and then Z. Is that right?
There's Zennials, which are like I think the cusp of Z and millennial. I don't know.
And then
I
Gen
can't keep
Alpha.
up.
Yeah, Gen Y. Y's in there, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm
God
not good at
damn.
these things.
But yeah, so like younger people, younger than me and you, younger than millennials basically, aren't digging drinking anymore. Because they got free weed, right? Like, well, not free weed, but they have legal weed. So there's just a lot less alcohol
Oh yeah,
consumption.
I've seen something about that.
And one of the things that they're doing is to try to lower the ABV of things. So basically, there's been a huge shift in alcohol consumption, even outside the cultural moments of sobriety, like what I'm doing right now, dry January, um, which is probably like, this is probably like my 20th dry January. I've been doing them forever.
Yeah.
I just did it as like, I just need to fucking kind of get off the roller coaster for a month.
Hmm.
Uh, but now it's become like a thing, which is weird. Um, and then studies show that younger generations are drinking less. There's also a new vanguard of non-alcoholic beers, spirits, and canned mocktails, which I rarely have a mocktail that tastes very good,
Yeah.
but I'm sure there are a couple. Like, I had one right before Christmas that I was like, okay, I could see, having a couple of these. Like, I drank one and was like, okay, I'm good. But legacy beers like Stella and Guinness, they're doing zero proof beers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tom Holland, Spider-Man, has his own uh alcohol-free booze now. Apparently he was he had a problem with alcohol, I guess. Um and then so like there's just a lot of abstaining, and there's a lot of like alcohol-free cocktails, and also like one of the big trends I saw was like 2% beers, or even
Sounds like
like
Oklahoma beer.
or like what do you call it, like we saw with Messi, where he's mixing basically wine with soda and then cutting the ABV, even
Gotcha.
though
Yeah.
he's saying it gets him drunker quicker, whatever.
Yeah. No, one of the biggest trends I've noticed now is like THC infused.
Yeah, those freak me out.
Uh, like there's so many now.
I've
It's
had one. They're not bad.
yeah, it's bananas how many there are now because this is like even Willie Nelson has one. Like
Yeah,
and it's not a seltzer. It's like a liqueur, I guess, but it's no
right.
alcohol. It's just all THC.
Well, and the other trend I think that's still going, that's been going for the last couple years, is that drinks, they don't want beer. Younger people don't want beer to taste like beer. They want it to taste like Warheads or fucking candy.
Oh,
And
that's Martin
you
House.
know,
That's Martin House here in Fort Worth by me. They
mhm,
do so much shit like that. They do like they have like multiple beers that one is a cookie flavor, one's a cream
yeah,
flavor, and if you go to the
yeah.
brewery, they'll do a half and half. And
And a 4-pack's like $25. It's fucking insane.
yeah, but and they're also doing a bunch of the THC seltzers too.
Mm,
So, but yeah, so that's a big thing is like the super sweet and like not really my jam.
Another thing that's going to be big. This is always big, and I hate it. I fucking hate it. But it's celebrity cookbooks.
Oh, yeah.
So like every fucking celebrity's going to have like their own cooking show or fucking cookbooks because we need to know what fucking Matthew McConaughey cooks or Jennifer Gardner or fucking Florence Pugh. Reese Witherspoon. Can't wait to find out your fucking book with cocktails at the end. Um, but yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like, who gives a shit? I don't fuck those people. Like,
Yeah, and
I,
they're definitely
and
good.
they're not fucking making those
Oh
anyway.
no,
They got
it's ghost writing all that shit.
yeah, they just lend their name to it.
The only
And
one that I could see any credence in at all is probably McConaughey because I feel like he cooks at
yeah,
least
that motherfucker
some.
probably grills some shit, right?
Yeah, he's a hardcore Texan, so I know this
Mhm.
motherfucker can probably cook a steak. You know,
All right, here's a thing that I've never heard of: 3D printed milk.
how do you 3D print a liquid?
So you get it in slices.
That's
Uh,
cheese.
so this year, the concept is simple: blend 1 sheet of oat milk with 8 ounces of water, and voila, you have 8 ounces of oat milk. The slices are shelf stable, and you can make as many or as few as you need to whatever recipe you're making. So it sounds weird, and the
I
person that
hate
tried
I
it
hate all of this.
was like, "Holy shit, this is fucking awesome!" Because oat milk was like really big for like a year, and then people stopped buying it, or they would buy it and then it would just sit in the back of their fridge and then it would go bad. So now you just have a fucking bag in your fucking pantry with 20 slices of oat milk slices. And
Is it dehydrated?
no, it's like cheese from
Oh,
what I understand.
oh,
Yeah, so the
oh.
the company's called Milkademia, and they're planning to sell almond slices like for almond milk and soy slices for like soy milk in 26. So if you ever see it, try it and then throw it immediately in the trash.
Crapped
Actually, I'm sure it's
singles.
fine. It's just condensed and you just add water. It's actually a really good idea because I mean, honestly, oat milk tastes like fucking slime. Uh Almond milk is fine, I guess, but the amount of energy and water it takes to make it, you
Yeah,
might as
yeah.
well just
Almonds are like
fucking
a
burn the
giant
earth.
consumer of water.
Yeah, just burn the fucking earth to the ground. And soy milk is fucking fine, I guess. It's just
I think
tastes like if
almonds and data centers use more water than a
yeah.
lot of produce.
And yeah, soy milk is like if you shot a fucking like a quart of whole milk and it died and it's ghost and you caught that ghost and drank it. That's what soy milk tastes like, you know. But I like the idea of being able to have it on hand so you have an alternative, or without having to fill up your fridge and use up precious space for something that you don't really use that much. So it's interesting.
Yeah, of
I'm
all
willing to try it.
my wife actually buys oat milk for her coffee and stuff because she's trying to cut down on like, the general fats and stuff. And I guess I've had like her iced coffee stuff with oat milk in it. Once you put it in like coffee, it's not bad. Uh, it kind of plays the part as the richening agent for like a
Mhm,
coffee drink.
mhm.
Almond milk, however, tastes like a Hunt snack pack with about 2 cups of water in it.
Yeah, they're sweet. It's sweet. It's weird.
Mm,
I do like oat milk. I think oat milk in tea. I've had that. It's fine. It's perfectly fine.
but by
There's a
itself,
difference, but
not so
there's
much.
no.
But it definitely it's like I said, it plays the part in like richening up like a cup of coffee or something.
All right, and then we're gonna get out of here on these last two. The vegetable of the year, they're calling it. It's very humble. I'll give you 3 guesses.
Vegetable of the year,
Humble.
humble.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Think
man,
humble vegetable.
a humble vegetable, cucumbers.
Nope. Close in color. We'll see.
Um,
Mhm.
zucchini.
No, but same color.
Broccoli.
No, it is cabbage.
Oh, cabbage. Yeah, I love cabbage.
Yeah. So
Uh,
they think cabbage is going to be the big vegetable, and I can see it happening only because food is so expensive at this point in
but
our
cabbage is still
lives.
super cheap.
Cabbage is cheap as fuck, and it goes a long
and
way.
and you can do 1,000 things with
You
it.
could do 1,000 things with it, and I love cabbage. Oh, that was another thing I put in my lo mein was half of a head of a fucking cabbage. Uh,
Shredded cabbage.
yeah, so fucking good. Um, I love it grilled, like if you cut it in steaks almost, and then
Yeah.
grill it, like really fucking hard grill it on one side to where it's like blackened, and then uh put it off the heat, and
Let it
then cook
steam
it till
out.
it's super tender, and then add a little bit of blue cheese to it. It's so fucking good.
That
So
sounds
good.
amazing to me, but not so much to my wife.
Yeah. But yeah, people are saying cabbage recipes are going up all over the place. People are finding what galumpkies are. Have you ever had a galumpki?
It's basically a cabbage roll, right?
Stuffed cabbage, yeah.
I've had I guess it's not the Golumpki per se, but it's
Mm.
a family recipe that we had forever that my mom used to make when we were kids. And it's a cabbage roll, but it's ground beef and rice, uh,
Yeah.
and inside like a rolled up leaf of cabbage with like a tomato sauce on it and a bunch of sauerkraut.
Yeah, I mean, that's close. Galumpki's tomato sauce and stuff in it. And I had a next door neighbor that would make it and give it to my dad, and my dad would be like over the moon, and I would steal some from him when he'd be eating. He'd be like, "Yeah, it's mine." Okay, and then last, but oh no, the flavor of the year is they're thinking either going to be like dark cherry or black currant, which I'm down with that. I love like a dark cherry soda or whatever. Like that's my go-to if I'm not like making my own um seltzer, I'm buying like black cherry seltzer water,
Okay.
which I like that flavor. I did make we had some old pears at work because somebody bought Harry and David pears and they never got eaten at my work. So I brought them home and we ate we ate a couple of them. They were fucking delicious. Have you ever had Harry and David's pears?
I don't do pears.
Oh, okay. These are delicious. They're so fucking good, so sweet and silky. But they had gotten to a point where they were just you had to be very careful with them. So I just mashed them all up and then threw in some cardamom and a little bit of vanilla extract, salt, sugar, and then made and cinnamon, and then made pear syrup. So I've been doing that with the um, seltzer water, which is fucking really good.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, to be fair, like most of my experience with pears has been like just the shitty green ones you get at the grocery store that have like a
Mm-hmm.
sandy texture to it.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest thing is they taste fine, but the texture it
Have you ever
bugs
had an
me.
Asian pear?
Yeah, yeah, I usually use those for bulgogi marinade.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay.
But
You don't
yeah,
like those?
no, those are better. They're more
Oh, okay.
appley, as
Yeah,
far
yeah,
as the
yeah.
texture goes. They're not,
Mm-hmm.
but like the Bosque pears and stuff, or they
Yeah.
just they it's like eating an apple that's filled with beach sand.
Yeah, they're some of them are a little rough. Okay, and then last but not least is, have you had Dubai chocolate?
I have not. I
But you
have.
know of it.
I am aware of it. I have
Yeah.
resisted purchasing this product because it's a uh, definitely a trend thing, and it's like
I'm sure it's delicious. It's chocolate and pistachio. Like it can't be bad.
they're
It's
also
just so
completely
expensive.
fucking up the pistachio market.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Because and it's going to be even worse because it blew up last year, and they're saying like it's just going to be in they're going to fucking run it into the ground this year. So like they're like, we're going to get Dubai chocolate Oreos at some point
Yeah,
this year
like
probably.
so me and my wife will go to TJ Maxx. I don't know if you
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and like we always look for like the coffee syrups and stuff, and
Hmm.
like half of the damn shit they have there is like Dubai chocolate coffee syrup,
Hmm.
and like half the products in like the kitchen aisle are Dubai chocolate this and Dubai chocolate that, and I'm like, I don't know.
I was going to buy a bar of it a week or two ago, and it was in like the sale section at Safeway, and I was like, all right, 50% off, hell yeah. And I scanned it, it was $25, and I was like, fuck you.
Yeah,
No
yeah, yeah.
fucking way.
Yeah, the 7-Eleven around the corner from my job, they had them in this like plastic like display case on the
Yeah,
counter,
it's like it's
and
gold.
it was like a bar the size of like a Hershey bar, but it was
Hmm.
like $22
Yeah,
for a bar of chocolate. I'm like,
fuck that
no.
shit.
Mm-mm.
So that's we'll see. We'll see what's gonna make it and what's not. It's gonna be interesting. So there you go, everybody. So thank you for listening to the Rude Cooking School podcast. We really, really appreciate it. We would also appreciate it if you told your friends or family or coworkers or whoever you know that likes cooking and likes eating, and would be interested in listening to us. Tell them about the show because we don't pay for advertising, and word of mouth is how we get everything out there. So we will see you next week on the Rude Cooking School podcast. My name is John Hauser III. Don't yuck my yum.
And I'm Saucy Soren Marquardt, and I'm about to go eat some sketty.
Hell yeah. See y'all next week, everybody. Peace.
Have a good one.